Will also be great for the American farmer. I love the...
No, the hell he doesn't. During the last trade war, we saw an increase in farm bankruptcies. We lost 90% of our soybean sales the week the tariffs went on. And that was just playing FAFO in one country. Now the whole world's tariff. I dropped my phone. Soybeans are currently down 28 today. Corn was leaking lower about 5 to 7 cents, and now it's looking at like it's 2 to 1 penny across the board. Crude's down to 61.99, which means no drill, baby, drill. Live cattle are down 4, feeder are down 6. Hogs are down 3, cotton's down almost 3, and the dollar can't decide if it wants to be weaker or stronger. Trump doesn't love the American farm. He doesn't understand how tariffs work.
As of right now, the thing that pisses me off the most, Agriculture Secretary Brooks Rollins sits on live TV on Fox News with the stock market crashing next to her face in real time, saying, we're just really, really grateful for Donald Trump in this. The interviewer asks, well, what is this going to do to America's farmers? And her answer is, we'll see. This is level of propaganda and complicitness that is so unacceptable. I've never been so upset at how many people are allowing the dumbest man in the world to continue to make bad decisions and to have their stance be, we'll see, I don't know, gosh, golly, this 80-year-old man thinks it'll work. Who cares? Who cares what this man thinks? Do something for American people. Give a shit about us for once. Not we'll see propaganda.
In this video, we take a look at Iowa farmers who effed around and are finding out bitterly. So farmers in Iowa were one of the greatest supporters of Trump during the 2024 elections, but as at now, they are finding out the hard way. Now, global markets for Iowa farmers is collapsing. Farmers' subsidies and programs have been terminated by the Donald Trump administration, and the trade war between US and China is making it difficult for farmers to be able to sell off their crops. So let's watch the following videos and we'll come back here and discuss further about it. But before we watch the videos, if you haven't yet liked this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the videos together.
We just want to work, sell our crop, and have a decent life like everybody else. But if they would just leave it alone.
This trade war is going to impact literally every corner of the country. Some of those who are most uncertain about what this is going to mean is those in agriculture and farming. Like here, corn and soybean farmers and pork producers. Where does this trade war end?
I don't know where it ends. I hope it ends soon.
What is your message to the Trump administration?
Just stay out of it. I mean, if they would just leave it alone and let the free market do its job, everything would be okay.
This is going to be so far reaching, not just because of the Trump administration's tariffs of goods imported into the United States, but it's about the question marks in the days ahead about the retaliatory tariffs that the likes of China, Canada, potentially Mexico, and Europe are going to place on U.S. goods that are either produced, like corn and soybeans, or manufactured and sent overseas.
Republicans have been in charge for nearly 9 years now. And the result of these policies, Iowa's economy is shrinking. We are hurting the very people we were sent here to serve. In 2024, Iowa was one of just 2 states where real GDP contracted, and 47 states saw higher personal income growth than Iowa. The number of children qualifying for free or reduced price lunch grew for this current school year. We are going in the wrong direction. Warning bells are going off for our communities. Mass layoffs are a regular occurrence, as we saw this week at Whirlpool. Grocery prices are not going down, and the housing supply is not going up. And Washington and Trump are not helping Iowans with their extreme tariffs that are a tax on working Iowans, a tax that risks damaging our already soft ag economy, that's ruining relations with our neighbors and our largest trading partners, and that's not going to bring back manufacturing jobs anytime soon. The last time President Trump imposed tariffs, Iowa's farmers lost a chunk of our soybean market to Brazil. That is not acceptable. It's time for our Republican colleagues to remember that we were sent here to serve Iowans and to help them get ahead.
Mr. President, Donald Trump is ruining the economy on purpose. He is ruining the economy on purpose. I'm not sure if there's ever been an American president, let alone a chief executive of any country, that has ruined the economy on purpose. The stock market had its worst day in 5 years yesterday, and I just checked before I delivered these remarks, just before, 5 minutes ago, 1,600 down on the Dow Jones. The S&P down 5%. NASDAQ 4%. The Russell 5%. What does that mean as a practical matter? It means if you spent all your life working and saving and investing, and you are on the edge of retirement, and let's say you've got $312,000 plus your Social Security income. You just lost 30 grand in 2 days because of Donald Trump. Because of Donald Trump, you lost 10% of what you earned over a lifetime. Now, for Howard Lutnick and Elon Musk and Donald Trump and everybody that surrounds him at Mar-a-Lago, they can ride this out. They can short it, they can buy crypto, they can do all kinds of wonderful things to make sure that they can ride this out. Regular people cannot ride this out.
The USDA has decided to end an $11 billion program they had with Iowa farmers that was started about 3 years ago during the pandemic. And this particular program was for Iowa farmers to grow food for food pantries and school food programs. These programs help farmers develop more efficiencies with their farming techniques, but it also helped them move more product. Now, farmers say they knew that the program would end at some point, just not right now, considering they were already prepared for the next 3 years that were remaining in this current program. This end to this USDA program is going to end programs like local food for schools and subsidies where certain organizations would give like $1,000 to local schools to buy fresh organic food. In the meantime, they're asking people to support these local Iowa farmers because now they've got to move this product. A big problem.
I want to focus this body's attention on our nation's farmers and ranchers who seem to be getting punched day after day, week after week by the Trump-Musk oligarchy. Whether it's their harmful tariffs that hurt our soy and corn farmers, canceling and freezing more than $1 billion in funding for schools and food banks to purchase food from local farmers, or halting reimbursement and contract payments that our farmers are already owed, the senator from New Jersey and I are both working together to undo some of the most harmful impacts of these disastrous decisions, including joining forces on to push his Honor Farmer Contracts Act forward. We're also starting to hear reports from farmers about just how damaging the Musk-Trump dismantling of USAID is. Jobs and businesses right here in America. For example, I don't know if the senator has heard, but in North Carolina, they had $2.2 billion in USAID awards, including for 27 large-scale farmers who were fulfilling orders for humanitarian food assistance, and 4 universities who were receiving agricultural research funding. More than 300 North Carolina workers have lost their jobs as a result of this freeze. In Georgia, they had over $389 million in USAID awards, including 9 large-scale farmers fulfilling orders for humanitarian food assistance and 6 universities receiving agricultural research funding. Arkansas had over $210 million in USAID awards, including purchases of rice, grain, and beans from our farmers. Florida has lost $91 million in USAID awards, including $38 million to the University of Florida to improve livestock productivity and food security in developing countries. Texas lost over $48 million in USAID awards, including 9 large-scale farmers fulfilling orders for humanitarian food assistance and 8 universities receiving agricultural research funding. The list goes on and on. My neighbors in Iowa over time now have lost over $4 million in USDA food commodity sales. They have gained they had a total of over $149 million in purchases through USDA and other programs for USAID. Illinois has lost $245 million in aid in farm income that would go towards USAID and aid programs. I think that our farmers have been hit with body blow after body blow from this administration, an administration that in their first term and even in the second term promised that they would look out for America. But I have to say to my friend from New Jersey, I don't think that this administration has lived up to their promises to farmers. Remember that a nation that cannot feed itself, if we lose those family farms, if we lose our ag sector, we cannot lead the free world. We cannot feed ourselves. And frankly, farmers have been hit over and over again. These incoming tariffs are going to be disastrous for our farmers. I was just in South Central and Southern Illinois, just across the Mississippi River from Missouri, talking to our farmers in St. Clair County, Illinois. And you know what they tell me? They tell me that the tariffs are going to affect their products being sold overseas.
I've seen a 20 to 25% increase in my farm's revenue through these programs, which is a huge deal for me as a startup farmer to demonstrate and quickly build up viability and profitability right off the bat in those kind of crucial first years. And it's allowed me to reinvest that money that I've gotten through those programs to build capacity to scale up my vegetable production. I became a farmer because I want to feed my community, feed my neighbors, and I want to make sure that local healthy food is accessible to everyone in the community. The fact that I'm facing a 20 to 25% decrease in revenue for my farm at the same time that I'm trying to make a case to loan officers at the USDA and at banks to demonstrate my profitability to buy farmland really puts in jeopardy the future of my farm and my livelihood.
To have that cutback right at the beginning of the season means we have to scramble now to try to figure out where sales are going to go. By building the infrastructure in Iowa for small local foods, it's not just small farmers, like larger farmers too could contribute to local food. It's an acre by acre basis, and every acre helps, and it's something that anybody can get into. Once the infrastructure is there, then it's easier for anybody to get involved, and it's a way to make money, and we want to focus on not taking opportunities away from Iowa farmers, but like giving opportunities to Iowa farmers.
In this video, farmers in Iowa effed around and they found out bitterly. After supporting Donald Trump, thinking that he was going to help them in order to accelerate their work and improve upon their revenues, some of his policies are biting hard at farmers in Iowa. Now, US engaged in a trade war with China, and then China has imposed high tariffs on soybeans. Now, soybeans grown in the United States of America is bought by China. That is, China is a top buyer of soybeans from the United States of America. So when Donald Trump decided to engage in tariffs war with China, China also imposed a higher tariffs on soybeans from the United States of America. And this is going a long way to affecting farmers in Iowa. This is just like the same situation that happened to farmers in Nebraska, and it is now time for farmers in Iowa to also feel the heat. So global market for soybeans for Iowa farmers is collapsing, and farmers' subsidies and programs have been terminated by the Donald Trump administration. This is a very difficult time for farmers in Iowa. But just as they supported Donald Trump during the campaign era, and now they are now finding out bitterly, this is a clear example of FAFO. You F around and you are now finding out bitterly. Let me know what you also think about all these in the comment section below. Share your general thoughts and opinions about this video in the comment section below, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family on other social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button down here. Click on the subscribe button. Click as well on the notification bell. And I'd like to see you again in my next video.